The equal money system or World War III? You decide. This is part 11. This is the equal money system website, the new system. www.equalmoney.org, that's the website. There are videos here, articles, blogs. You can participate in the forum and buy the book and or support the establishment of the equal money system. This is the new system, the solution. What is the problem? Let's get it from George Carlin.
We like war. We like war. We're a warlike people. We like war because we're good at it. You know why we're good at it? Because we get a lot of practice. This country's only 200 years old, and already we've had 10 major wars. We average a major war every 20 years in this country, so we're good at it. And it's a good thing we are. We're not very good at anything else anymore. Can't build a decent car, can't make a TV set or a VCR worth of fuck. Got no steel industry left, can't educate our young people, can't get health care to our old people, but we can bomb the shit out of your country, all right? Especially if your country is full of brown people.
Okay. So let's look about the realities of war.
1% of your federal income taxes goes specifically to military spending, not healthcare or education, but war.
Why was her child one of an increasing number born with deformities since the war like this? Massive growth which was rapidly spreading across the little girl's face. Case after case of differing deformities without any real explanation, except their parents' suspicions that the deformities were caused by chemicals such as white phosphorus used by the Americans during the war.
A Geiger counter will give a reading of between 5 and 15 pulses per minute in a typical environment. This depleted uranium round will trigger 10,000 pulses in about 40 seconds. This type of ammunition is radioactive because it is made of nuclear waste referred to as uranium-238 or depleted uranium. This material is left over from the processing of uranium-234 used for atomic bombs and uranium-235 used in nuclear power plants. Uranium-238 remains radioactive for 4.5 billion years, and its toxicity reveals itself as soon as particles are inhaled or ingested. Cancer and birth defects are the most common side effects.
We have an obligation to every last victim of this illegal aggression because all of this carnage has been done in our name. Since World War II, 90% of the casualties of war are unarmed civilians, a third of them children. Our victims have done nothing to us.
Okay.
And that systemic
Let's see
problem, as far as I can
what
see,
the problem is.
The fact that the money system, the current money system we live under, and in fact, the way we live as human beings and in relationship to each other and to our environment and to reality is one of, in essence, I would say it's one of, for me to have what I want or what I desire, someone else must go without. So it's kind of in some, I think in economics, they might call it a zero-sum game, meaning not everyone wins. There's going to be losers, and only really one person wins. I mean, one point where I have seen this, I've started seeing actually a connection that's very interesting between gambling and the way gambling works in casinos and the current money system, and that there really is no difference. In fact, they're just reflections of each other. And was when I started playing online poker. And whenever I participate in something, I like to educate myself as much as I can. And during, while I'm in the process of doing that activity, for example, online poker, I started reading a lot of books on strategy and also just the fundamentals and trying to really wrap my head around how, for example, Texas Hold'em, which is the game that I like to play, how that works as an entire system. And, for example, what I found is very obvious in Texas Hold'em, really, when you're playing, for example, a tournament, for the most part, only one person wins. So one person takes home the majority of the money. Sometimes you might have a second or third place, but for the most part, if you're playing in a tournament, you know, there's odds that you will win, but you're probably not going to win, you know, unless you have a certain amount of skill.
Yeah. So the question is, are you one vote for world equality? This is a good website to go to, www.equalmoney.org. Have a look at the frequently asked questions. Then vote and decide. I've given you the problem and the solution. You decide.